How to form an LLC in Oregon. When starting a new company, choosing a business entity is one of the most important decisions that you make. For most businesses with more than one founding member, forming an LLC is often the best option. Before we begin, let's quickly define what an LLC is. An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company and is an uncomplicated business structure that gives business owners legal protection by separating personal assets from business debts. Creating an LLC can get complicated depending on where you're based, as the process differs from state to state. To avoid any missteps, follow along as we show you how to form an LLC in Oregon. The first step in forming an LLC is to select a name. Oregon has two major naming guidelines for you to follow. 1. Your name must be unique and differ from other business entities on file with the Oregon Secretary of State. 2. Your name must include one of the following words or abbreviations: Limited Liability Company or LLC. After choosing a name for your LLC, you can reserve it with the Secretary of State. Check the name's availability using the Oregon Secretary of State's business name search. After you have confirmed that the name is available, file a name reservation form with the Secretary of State by mail or online. This will reserve the name for up to 120 days. Note, there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Step 2. Designate a registered agent. Just like in most states in the U.S., if you want to start an LLC in Oregon, you need to have a registered agent. A registered agent is a person or a company that represents your LLC in the state and receives important legal documents, notices, and other official communications on your behalf. It is their job to forward these documents and communications to your LLC in a timely manner. A registered agent also helps save time mailing documents and keeps your address and other personal information private. Your registered agent must meet the following requirements. 1. Must have an address in Oregon. 2. Have a business office in Oregon if located out of state. Check out the description below for recommended registered agent services that can guide you through this entire process. Step 3. File Articles of Organization. Next, file your Articles of Organization with the Secretary of State. Doing this formally establishes your LLC. The Articles of Organization must provide the following information: LLC's name, principal office address and email address, mailing address for the Secretary of State notices, whether the LLC has an end date, registered agent name and address, whether the LLC is member managed or manager managed, whether the LLC is a professional LLC, LLC organizers' names and addresses, name and address of an LLC member or manager. The filing can be completed online or through the mail. Note that there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Next is to create an operating agreement. An operating agreement does the following: describes your business structure, establishes the individual responsibilities and obligations of your LLC members, details how the LLC will be run. Although Oregon doesn't require one, an operating agreement clarifies the specific duties of its members, which may help your LLC avoid significant legal and operational difficulties. Step 5. Get an EIN. Before your company is ready to start doing business, you must obtain an IRS Employer Identification Number, EIN, by applying on the IRS website. The 9-digit EIN is like a social security number for a business and is necessary for things like paying income tax, filing tax returns, opening a business bank account. You can apply for an EIN on the IRS website. Finally, make sure to complete all additional legal requirements. File an annual report. All active LLCs in Oregon must file an annual report with the Secretary of State by their anniversary date. This annual report must be filed online. Pay taxes. LLCs with employees or collecting sales tax need to register with the Oregon Department of Revenue to pay specific state taxes. Acquire additional licenses. Depending on the industry, some LLCs in Oregon may need state or local licenses to operate legally. For information on local licensing requirements, contact the city or county clerk in the city or county where your LLC is located. So to sum it up, how to form an LLC in Oregon. 1. Select a name. 2. Designate a registered agent. 3. File your Articles of Organization. 4. Create an operating agreement. 5. Obtain an Employer Identification Number. 6. Fulfill your legal obligations, particularly those relating to submitting annual reports, registering for state taxes, and applying for any additional licenses you may need. By following these steps, you can form an LLC in Oregon. All the websites mentioned earlier are located in the description below, as well as a link to a guide. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos answering your questions about all things LLC.